Drum and all the staff. We're very proud and pleased to be here, and we're glad that you're a part of the 1988 Nicko McBrain Peisty Clinic Tour. So I don't want to talk about really anything. I'm going to let Nicko do that, and I want to mention that Steve Gadd, his drum tech, is also on hand for questions, and he's going to do some demonstrating also. So let's have a nice welcome for Mr. Nicko McBrain.
Hello. A fantastic sound system we got here, isn't it, eh? Shit. How are you? Well, I'll tell you what, man, this is a great honour for me to see so many people come down to see me tonight. I'll tell you, it's really, really something else. How many drummers we got in here? Oh, fuck me, I'm going home. How many Silgen users in here? Right, you can piss off for a start. Do you mind if I'm going to sit down on here? Don't mind, do you? No. Take the weight off me feet. First of all, before I get to play for you, I've got to mention a heartfelt thank you for Mr. Eric and Thomas Peisty, who, without their belief in me and what I do for the company, they wouldn't have been able to put this together. So I thought I'd like to say that first of all, and you know, I've said it now. I can go home. For those of you wondering, you might hear me saying something called blinking hell tonight. See, and there's an old English saying called blinking hell. See, well, I've left off the blink, and you can please yourself. Okay, got that straight? So I ain't swearing. All right. Right, okay, got that out of the way. That went down like a fart in a two-man submarine, didn't it? Right, moving along it. Well, you don't get no ideas down here, all right? And you? Have you got any girl? Hello, girl, did you come together? Yeah? I'd like to have seen that. Right, they make them good down in Florida, don't they? Right, moving over to this here drum kit. Before I play, over on this side of the drum set, I've got a set of 2002 mixture of mediums and crashes. One medium, one crash. There's a heavy crash there. A medium, I'll have to have a look, because I've got no fucking idea what I've got up here. No, I have. Mediums, crashes, etc. in the 2002 line. Right in the middle here is an old faithful heavy bell. That's a perler. Wow, man, you give a bit of clack to that. Woof. I usually use a black one on the last tour. Over here, we've got two sound creation cymbals. One's a... Oi! Now, look here. You're going to fucking start that. You can piss off now. Fucking cheat. You see what he done? I ain't even fucking started. Right, where was I? Oh yeah, 22-inch bell ride cymbal. It's a perler, this one, I'll tell you. It's a serious bit of work. I mean, they made these sound creation cymbals for jazz drummers, would you believe? But I kind of got turned on to this sound creation about 4.5 years ago, just after I joined the boys, and it's a serious piece of metal. This one right here is a 20-inch bright ride. I don't really use it very much. Can you all hear me, by the way? Yeah, good. Don't use it very much, but you know, it's there kind of for colour. It ain't coloured, but it's a good one, that. Now, here's a 3,000, I've got to get the numbers right here, you know. 3,000 Rude, 20-inch. I was using the standard Rude cymbal, which was more or less a 2002 bass metal. Who? What? Here. You having a... Is this a private conversation, or can we all get join in or something? Hey? Right. Over here is a 24-inch medium crash cymbal. That is a killer cymbal and all, I tell you. And down here at the back, I'll do one of them for you. That's all the playing I'm going to do tonight, by the way. That's a 22-inch China type, dark China they're called. That's a sound creation as well. So I thought I'd let you know what I'm playing for you right now. After which, we'll have a few little questions maybe. Anyone got any questions and all that? I might not have the answers, but I'll have a go. And after which, we'll talk about some other cymbals. So, shall I play something for you? Yeah! Okay. Here, I'll read. Got any chewing gum? Anyone got any gum? Yeah, look, you just took that out of your mouth, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
That's handy. No wonder it's all bleeding gaffer taped up here, mate. Cop that. Thank you.
Play Amazing Grace.
I prefer to play her personally, as it happens. Well, yeah, what you doing with that kin machine over there?
I just wanted to listen and record some of your fine drumming.
Oh, you did, yeah?
Got the wrong place.
What do you reckon we ought to charge him? I mean, you're all on this, you know. There! No, okay, I'll play a bit for you. I'll do that in a minute. I've got to tell you something. This here drum kit is a bit of serious work. It's brand new out of the boxes today, so it might take a bit of wearing in, but bear with us. Okay, what am I going to do?
Gangland.
Gangland? I've never played the damn thing. Clive did that one. Hey, Boy, behave yourself. Right then, that was a bit of Where Eagles there. Every time I put my fucking water down somewhere, it moves. Anybody got any questions? Now look, relating to that sort of set of symbols, see?
I'd like to know.
Come on.
I'd like to know, why do I have to change them over every time after you've done that bit?
Well, see, it's like this. These are 3,000 series symbols, see? You're putting them up, I see. Anybody got any questions? Well, that was just a little bit of playing for you. I might get around to doing some more for you in a minute. Anybody got any questions relating to that set of symbols you've heard? Yes, sir, you up the back. Bright one up there, eh? I'm only joking. Yeah, I'm all right. How are you?
I just got a question because, well, I bought a few drums at a few cymbals at Resurrection Drums.
Oh, you didn't buy them off of John, did you?
Yeah, nice.
Can have a word with him. You know where he got them from, don't you?
What?
He got them from that other music shop, the other side of town. They weren't open at the time. Where is he? Oh, you just happen to look for a shiny bald head. You know. Reminds me of that joke about Kojak. No, I won't tell you that right now, no. I'll tell you it later on when he ain't here. Yeah, you were going to ask me something. You bought a set of cymbals off him, yeah?
All right, I got a 3000 18 type.
Uh-huh.
The new ones, the thicker ones. And about in 2 months, I warped it. It looked like licorice. You could ask John.
Well, you shouldn't hit the fucking thing too hard.
And then I just sent it back, and they sent me a new one from Paisley. And about 2 weeks later, I warped it again. And I sent it back last week.
Well, there you go. Can you all hear what he said over there? Yeah. All right, okay. So, yeah, but you got it changed all right, didn't you? So, I mean, the first one...
First one warped. The second one I got 2 weeks later, I warped it again. Also,
I bet you're using it as a fucking crash cymbal, ain't you? I mean, you ain't sort of using it now and then, like, for an effect, are you? I bet you're whacking the hell out of it every 2 minutes. Yeah. Oh, dear. What size sticks do you use? What, I bet they're like that, eh? Hang on. Probably the size of my willy. How the fucking hell do you know how big it is? You ain't fucking seen it. Yeah. You kidding? I can't trust him with nothing nowadays, can I? Well, what can I say? You see, use it as a rule, yeah. Well, listen, I've only just. Oh, that's handy, isn't it? Look at that. Fucking hell, it's my name on there. Don't say I owe you $100. No, thank God for that. You see, I haven't used these cymbals, these 3000s, which we're going to play for you live. So it's interesting hearing. Where's he gone? Oh, there he is. It's interesting to hear like other people's experiences with cymbals. But I can assure you, you are probably bashing the hell out of them. I mean, that's what they're there for to do with anyway. But you see, that just for everybody here, for interest point of view, they've got a warranty, these cymbals, which I was going to get to later on. But being we're talking about his problems he's been having, they carry a 6-month warranty. Now, it's a piece of metal. It's made of what they call commercial bronze. Right, and they're all the same. They're basically the same metal as a 2002. It's just a different manufacturing process. Mine, and that's an 18-inch china. You've been beating the shit out of it, right? So it's bent. It ain't cracked. It's just disshaped.
It's just, yeah. Well,
Right.
eventually it'll crack.
Well, eventually it fucking will, but you never give it a chance, did you? I mean, what do you want here? You know, it bends out of shape, you know, and then you don't crack it, and he's moaning. No, so you got another one, didn't you? I mean, John changed that, didn't you? He didn't argue with you, did you? Did he? Did you? No, give him one straight away. How much you get for him? Yeah. So now that goes to show you that that Paisley carry a 6-month warranty with any cymbal. That's going from a 3000 sound creation all the way down the bottom of the end of the other end of the market to what we got up here is a set of 400 cymbals, which I'll play for you later. 2,000 crash, 1,000 roods, but you see, they carry a 6-month warranty, so you're all right. Now, you might have just got 2 naff ones, but then again, it depends how much punishment you give them. China-type cymbals are really an effect cymbal. They're not supposed to be used as well, they can be used as crash cymbals, but I mean, a lot of people prefer to use a crash cymbal. You obviously beat shit out of it. I mean, it depends how much, you know, like for instance, my cymbals over here, although I use a China type a lot, these 2 cymbals are the ones that really get the most punishment, and they're the ones that I crack the most of, and the 20-inch rood over there. Although, having said that, on the last tour, I think we only cracked 6, wasn't it? Through the whole of the last Maiden tour. So this is, I'm getting better at not cracking them. Maybe it's because I'm not hitting them as hard. Yeah, well, see, I'll get to this in a little bit later as well. It's about sort of how you set your cymbals up. But okay, so you had a couple of problems, but you got them resolved, right? So you're happy? No?
Well,
Piss off then, go on. Go and get a fucking Sabian cymbal, go on. See how long that lasts. You think that Paisley one went in, what, how many weeks? 2 weeks? I'll give it 3 weeks. Three days if you get one of them. Anyway, anybody else? That's him, he's had enough over him. Yes, sir, you're at the back. What kind of drumsticks? They're wood. They're, sorry? Yeah, they're made for me. I'm only joking. But by the way, there's no offence meant here at all. I'm just having a good laugh. So if anyone thinks I'm being really rude, you're fucking right. So, no, I'm not really. I use a company in England called William Shaw. He makes my sticks for me. The only thing that he makes that isn't There's not. You can buy this stick in London in a shop called Foot's Drum Store. That's a weird name for a drum store, isn't it? Foot's, F-O-O-T-E-S. It's spelled. How does Bruce handle all this kin stuff with a microphone, eh? They're hickory, American hickory. You do make good wood. These are shit, actually, these ones. The bloke gave me a tough batch, so you can break them on your knee and they just split. But the only thing that you can buy, as I said, you can buy these in the shops. He's put my name on them, which it cost me like $100 for a die. He stamps the damn thing with it, you know. Anybody can get it done. Any drumstick company will do it for you. Just costs you maybe $100, you know, for the die, but that's yours, you know. So, they're not varnished. There's no varnish on them. They're just, hey? Half sealed. Yeah, Steve just told me. By the way, I want to introduce you to my drum tech, Mr. Steve Gadd. Yes. Oi. Now, he is the real Steve Gadd. He ain't no kin imposter like the other one. Right, he's the English version, actually, so, you know, it's real, he's G-A-double-kin-D. Fancy having a name like that. Yeah. So, okay, that's the drums. Anybody got any more questions about cymbals right now, this 2002 series? Yes, sir?
Why did Pice discontinue the 2002 series?
They ain't. Who told you that?
A whole bunch of drum
Oh, he's a kin liar.
said that they discontinued them.
No, they ain't discontinued them. They discontinued the promotion on them, I guess. I mean, this is why we're here. We're here to talk about 3000 series. I mean, they still make them for me, and I'm sure they must make them for loads of other drummers, because a lot of drummers prefer 2002s. No, they haven't stopped making them. For everybody here, they ain't stopped making 2002s. So anyone tells you any different, tell them they're a fucking liar. Yes, sir?
Did they stop making the roots, the old version of the roots?
I think they have, yeah. They're just, what they're doing now, they're doing a 1000 series rood, which you can see up here. Right, the original roods were like the base 2002 metal, just finished different. No finish, no spinning for the colours and all that. Yeah, that's what gives them the finish. These 3000, they do a 3000 series rood now. Yeah, which is so basically they're really 2002's roods, but they don't make them. That's probably where you're getting it. Maybe that's probably what you might be confused with. I don't.
Drum warehouses, they said, oh, these are the last ones that we have. And they said that they discontinued the whole series.
No, if you're the only thing I can suggest to you, if you're finding trouble, anybody else in here, has anybody else found any trouble holding on to 2002s, buying any, or anybody, no problems? No? Just yourself, right? Well, in that case, well, I mean, for anybody that may find any problem, it's worthwhile to notice there's the Pice D distribution over in America here is in Brea, in California. And on the little forms you've all got here tonight, there's the address. Now, if you find any problem, just write to them, care of Greg Perry. Or just, oh, hang on a minute. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'll take that back. BT. He keeps come out with a killer just now. BT. Right, that stands for Big Tosser. Great. Oh, no. Now, we had a bit of problem with one or two people down there, but he's a lovely geezer, really. You can write to them, and they'll give you... Fucking hell. Oh. And they'll give you all the information, really. So, that's no problem. They make 2002s, they still do. While I'm on the question of addresses, you see this here T-shirt I've got on? Yeah. I love this, like being at school. Right, you will not speak while I'm speaking. I'm out here though with one of the best rotten body. Now, oh yeah, I got a joke. I went to Disneyland the other day. See?
Yeah, we saw it in the picture.
Did you? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's Disney fucking World. See? It shows you how much attention you paid, doesn't it? I went to Disneyland the other day, and I went up to the girl in the ice cream bar, and I said, here, give us a large vanilla cone. She said, crash nuts? I said, no, I always walk like this. Oh, it's a killer. Good one every time, isn't it? Now, yeah, just before we go on, there's an address at the bottom of this piece of paper. If you want to buy one of these T-shirts, by the way... Who said that? You? Was it you? Right, keep an eye on you now from now on. Watch out. You can, if you listen. I know some of you might come out and you ain't got a few bob in your pocket, but to leave this place, you've got to buy one of these shirts. I'll get to you in a minute. Hold on a minute. Listen to what I'm telling you, you might learn something. They're usually $12. You can have them tonight for 10. You know, I'll make a great salesman, wouldn't I? Would you buy a set of the wheels off of this bloke? No chance. So, if you ain't got the dot and dash in your pocket, you can do a mail order deal, care of Peisty. Just send them down a money order and they'll post one off for you if you want to buy one. I mean, they're not bad. They've got my name on. It's handy, isn't it? I'm real proud of that. And they've got the tour dates on the back. Look, I'm down here somewhere at the moment. Yeah. Oi. Now then, I'm going to get up here again in a minute and play some more for you on this set of 3000 series cymbals. Right up here. We only changed this side because I like to keep the other side like it is. Because I'm weird. So, I want you to tell me what you think of them, because I haven't had a chance to use these cymbals with a band, so I'm only using them the first time on this clinic, first time with this here drum kit as well, and that one, which we'll get around to talking about in a bit. Any more questions? Oh yeah, you had a question up there.
Have you ever experimented or messed around with color sound cymbals?
Yeah, I used them on a Power Slave tour. They're actually on the Live After Death album, believe it or not, and there's a 22-inch power ride cymbal that sounds real big. You know, it's almost as good as that Bill ride, dare I say it. And I used a 20-inch ride up here as a crash cymbal, and that sounded pretty neat. What else did I have? I used a couple of different ones.
Any 12-inch?
No, nothing as small as that. On the Power Slave tour. I used 2 Chinas, I think. No, I used some colour sound. I did use some colour sound. Yeah, what ones were they? That was the 20-inch ride was a crash, and I had I had an 18 black crash cymbal. Yeah, that was a bitch too. Funny thing about them though, they kind of take the top end off. They're real quick. When they've got the paint on it, sort of don't let it ring out so much. You lose a bit of the frequency off the top end. Oh yeah, I used that 186 gigs that Ginn cymbal done, so they were rather confused as to how it didn't crack. So it sort of went back and made history at the Peisty factory as one of the cymbals that stood 180 gigs for a colour sound. So they're pretty good, aren't they? That must be a pretty good, what do you call it? Hey? What are you on about? It's you again? These two, they're cruising for a bruising down here, I'll tell you. Now then, anybody else with a question before we go on? Yes, sir?
Special kind of polish you use on those?
No, I don't polish them at all. Steve will sometimes wipe them with a dry rag, a sort of a very slightly damp rag. Do you know how much they cost? No. No. The last two, these two over here, these two Sound Creation boys, by the way, are reflected finished, which you can buy now in the 3000 series. Are these reflectors, these ones? Yeah. These are reflectors, right. That's why they're nice and shiny. See? I'll get down to sort of wear, care and tear, or wear, tear and care of your cymbals later, and there's one way of handling your cymbals where you can you just handle them like a record on the edge and you don't get finger marks underneath, that's when you want to clean them. And no, if you take care of them like that, you don't have to clean them. Anybody else before I play for you?
What's in the cup?
Come here, have a look. Come on. Yeah.
Water. Neat vodka.
Have a taste. What year is it?
72.
Okay, no, it's pretty close. What's your name?
Sean,
Sean, hello, mate.
how you doing?
All right, want to have a go? Go on.
Buddy.
Hey, if you let him play, you gotta let us all play.
You fucking watch out what you're doing with that snare drum and all, right?
I don't play drums.
No, the second one in a row of it. Oh, piss off. Go on, get out. That sounded like Run to the Hills, didn't it? Not bad, man. You're a guitar player, aren't you? I've got a joke for you. This bloke goes into hospital, right? Shut up! This bloke goes into hospital, right? No, No, you shut up a minute. He goes into hospital, see, and the nurse comes in. She says, I've got some good news, I've got some bad news. What do you want first? She said, yeah, so she said, all right, the bad news is you've had to have an operation and they've taken away 3/4 of your brain. Fucking hell, he says. What's the good news? Well, we bought you a guitar.
That was last year.
Did you like that? Yeah. Any guitar players in here? Yeah. I'm surprised you're still standing there after that. George play. Good one, mate. Yeah. I did this stuff. Use that microphone. Yeah. I did this last night. I did a clinic in Louisville. And I've got this geezer up, right? And he's giving me, he said, what was it? He says, what, bass drum pedal or something? Or something or the other. I said, yeah, come up here and have, eh? That's right. So I said, yeah, come up here and have a look at this. I said, yeah, I can have a go then. He was a guitar player. That's the twice, 2 in a row. Anybody in to play Where Eagles Dare?
Oh, let him go.
We just heard your trying. Well, you can have a go in a minute. I'll have a play for you. I'm going to play you on these 3,000 cymbals, all right? All right. So you can tell me what you think about them, and we'll have a chat.
All right.
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 Can't give any more away because I've only got a few, but the rest of the tour. Yeah, you can have that one. Okay, so, thank you very much. Ooh. Give him Wi-Fi, yeah? Right, yes, sir. No, these 5 these 5 on this side, sir, are 3,000s. The 20-inch Rudes are 3,000. The others are Sound Creations, and they don't do a 24-inch crash in a 3,000 series. Not yet, anyway. So, Basically just these 5 over here. 602 extra heavy hi-hats. I think I left them 2 out earlier on. Didn't I? Did I? That's what I said, did I? Any more questions? Yeah. This one here? That's a cymbal. Oh, it's so corny, isn't it? You gotta laugh. It's a 22-inch Bell Ride. Here, I'll tell you something. You lot over here can see this pretty good, can't you? You guys over there are at a disadvantage, but can anyone tell me what's unique about those 2 cymbals?
Black letters. Yeah, that's good. Say pasty on it.
You're asking for it. You're going to get it and all. Yeah, who said that? Top of the class for you. Anything else? No? Anybody else?
Same color.
No, black letters, yeah. Anybody else? You at the back.
Hand hammered.
You know, hold on a minute. You're way ahead of me for a minute here. Wait. I'll come to that in a minute. We're just going to talk about some cymbals. Then we'll get to the drums, all right? And you can ask me that again in a minute, because I'm bound to forget. All right, so I'll come back to you in a bit. Yeah, what can you notice? They are very bumpy. No, I'll tell you what, look, you see this cymbal here? See the name? It's upside down, isn't it? See, the only time it's the right way up is when it's like that, at the bottom of the cymbal. Well, as you all know, and you can see, I play with my cymbals so low down to the tom-toms that when that name's at the bottom, you can't see it. So they put it upside down for me, so when it's up that way, it's the right way up. Seriously good, isn't it? I've been wanting them to do that for 3 fucking years. And they just don't. No, that's really nice of them. So they are very unique. And I feel very proud. Anybody? Yeah. What, those 2? They're reflectors, but they're sound creations. You see, the differences between a sound creation and a 2002 and 3000 is the base metal, or the base alloy that they use. As you probably know, it's copper and tin, but at different percentages of one to the other. I don't even know it, because, well, any old metallurgist or whatever, or what do you call it, alchemist to tell you, you know, you can go, there's no secret as to the formula. It's the way they make them that's the secret. So that's just why you get different colours, basically, from one cymbal to another. Yeah, anybody got any more questions?
Yeah, you play your cymbals so low to the drums. Do you ever make a mistake and hit it?
Yeah, all the fucking time. There's, I forget what track it is. There's one track on one of our albums. At the very end, you know, it's probably something like Somewhere in Time, but I don't think it is that one. We do, at the very end, we do what I call a bird's eye, which is, you know, crash, bang, wallop, wallop. It's a solo you get at the end of the song, right? Well, there's 1 or 2 songs where you hear it go, bing, and you hear this cymbal go, you know, it's a mistake, yeah. I do clip them sometimes, especially when you're really going for it and you just get carried away and you sort of head down. So I do. Anybody else before we carry on?
What kind of
Yeah.
pedals? Which ones are you using on tour? 2000s and 3000s?
I'm going to use the 3000s. I'm going to try them out. Well, what do you think? What do you guys think? Yeah, did you actually, I mean, honestly, did you like the sound, having heard the 2002 series, and then these, does anybody have any comments? Do they think these sound better or not as good, or what? Anybody?
Just the 2002.
You prefer the 2002s? All right, hands up who prefers 2002s. All right, who prefers what they just heard on the 3000s? Yeah, a few of you prefer them. Well, okay, we've got a mixed selection. I prefer, you know, to be honest with you, I'm a 2002 man myself. But, as I say, these 3000s, what I've heard of them, I like them. But I haven't had a chance to work them with the band and the PA system and all. Shut your face down there. You know what, I'm going to stick my prick in your ear and fuck some sense into you in a minute. I'm sorry, for any of you in here with young children, I must apologise right now because that was a bit out of order. Okay? Oh man, I can get into serious trouble. This state they lock you away for that, don't they? I mean swearing. So, right, we've established that a few of you prefer the 3000s over the 2002. Sam, that's a yes, sir. Well, funny enough, a long while ago, I mean, I'm always changing with the times, you know, new things come out and I'll always give them a go. I used to use a 16 over here and an 18 and a set of rude hi-hat cymbals live on the Power Slave tour and the Peace of Mind tour. They're an excellent cymbal, but I changed over the few years that transpired between then and now, and I've gone over to these 602s. But yes, I did use a selection of Roods. I do like them, actually. They're brilliant for live work. Yeah. Yeah, I do find that they do tend, because they sound so hard and loud, you tend to hit them harder. I think that's what it really is. It's like these 3000s. They're going to get severely punished. Although they're a louder cymbal, you're going to hit them harder. People say that you're going to control it and not hit them as hard. You see what I'm saying? But it doesn't work that way. Yes, sir. Live After Death. No, I didn't use it. Did I use it? Oh, I did, didn't I? I used a Pearl as well. I used a Pearl free floating snare drum for some of that as well. But I did, yes, you're right. I did until the Somewhere in Time tour. I was using the Ludwig. I called it the Beast. It was my favourite drum. I bought it in 1973. Manny's Music in New York for $80. Fucking $80. 70, mind you, that's what, 15 years ago? Yeah, I did, you're very right, you're right. But on the last tour, I used a Black Panther Sonor.
Is it true that you were Thunderstick from Samson?
No. Do me a fucking favour, will ya? Have you heard this guy play?
Sucks.
Yeah, doesn't he? He just thought I was him. No, not you. He said, was I Thundersticks from Samson? I hope not. No, I wasn't. No, no disrespect to him. He's an idiot, but... I mean, what other twat to go on stage with a wrestling mask on, you know? No wonder he played so fucking bad. Nobody didn't want anyone to know who it was. You know. Further, isn't it? Any more? Yeah, yes, you.
What about your drum? Why are your favourite drummers and why are your
My favourite influences is Keith Moon and John Bonham.
Yeah.
That's the kind of people I grew up with, and of course I'm an old man now, see, so I had all these amazing drummers, and Ginger Baker was about, and all these other people, and Carmine Appice was out with Vanilla Fudge, and you know, he's a revelation, he was at the time. I ain't now, but then he was. Well, you're the ones that I only just had it, you know, I said he ain't now, and you can... I'll tell him when I see him. Don't go to Bleeding Fort Lauderdale, tell me they don't like you. No.
Hey, did you like using the Pearl Free Floater?
I did, yeah, but the only problem was you couldn't punish it. The skin just didn't last more than two songs, did it, damn thing. Yeah, it's just something about that drum, it moves, the skin, you know, the rim wasn't really, I don't know, I think it was something to do with the rims on it. Yeah, it was good, but I didn't use it all the time.
Okay, I don't have questions about the cymbals or that riff you just did. Was that something from John Bonham or little stuff from John Bonham?
Oh, no, that was just, what was that? Where's that reporter I just spoke? What was that you said? Where are you? What was that you said I did? You. It's your fault. Going out, what's it, off the top of my head, what do you call that? Somebody said, she had a word for it, I can't remember what you said it was.
Spontaneous.
No, I must let you all know right now, this is my 5th or 6th clinic. I've never done this before, and the only time I ever worked a drum solo out was for Peace of Mind. So I've got, it's all just off the top of my head what I do for you tonight.
What's going on in Mission from Harry?
Well, I'll tell you, Mission from Harry. We'll get to that a little later. I'm going to start talking a bit more about some drums and stuff, right? And play a bit for you. And answer some more questions, and then a little later on I'll get down to answering the sort of general rough and tumble questions, you know, and I'll answer that one for you. Yes, sir. Cliff Burton's a bass player, wasn't he? Wasn't he Metallica's bass player, wasn't he? You mean Clive Burr, don't you? Okay. Someone put you up to that, didn't they? I'd kick him in the bollocks if I were you.
Never mind the bollocks.
Clive Burr is a good old mate of mine, as it happens, and before he sort of demised with the band, we were really close, and of course it upset him very much for a year or so, because he knew he screwed up, and it upset him, and he didn't talk to any of us for over a year, but now we're back buddies, and he works in a band now called the Far Corporation. The last I heard, which was about 5 or 6 months ago in London, I'll be over there in a minute, in London, in Germany. But Clive he was a great drummer, still is.
How old are you when you started in drums?
How old was I? Fucking hell. I was ancient then. No, I was 12 and a half years old when my mum and dad bought me my very first drum kit. What was it? It was a John Gray Broadway kit. You're familiar with that? Anyone seen one? Blimey, you must be as old as I am. 35.
What makes the 3000s different from the 2002s?
Well, good question. I'm glad someone asked that because I was going to go home if they hadn't. No, it's basically the same material as one cymbal to the other. Damn, this fucking lead. What the difference is the actual workmanship involved. They're still, every cymbal that Peisty manufacture are hand-finished, handmade, basically. It passes through one man's hands, every damn cymbal. But I'll get to that later. Now, what the deal is with the 3000s, they're thicker cymbals. They're, across the bead of the cymbal, there is different thicknesses relating to the 2002s. They're slightly thinner. They're a bit brighter, the two. These are louder because they're thicker. Hang on a minute. So how many conversations going on in here? Right, now, so they cost a little, just a tad more than a 2000 series because of this. The actual work, man-hours that go into making one of these cymbals, there's quite a lot more work involved, i.e. in the hammering technique that they use, which gives the cymbal this distinct sound. It makes it, the beating of the cymbal is pretty much, and the thickness obviously, but the beating is the technique that gives the cymbal its speed of decay, etc. So there is a lot more work gone into a 3000 series cymbal. Basically, that's it. It's the same kind of commercial bronze that they use as a 2002. Same formula, perhaps. Is that all clear? Everybody get that? Yeah?
Yeah, what kind of pedal are you using?
Ludwig Speaking. Yeah. Want to come and have a look at it?
Sure.
Come on in.
All right.
Go on in, have a go. Sure, man. See if it works.
Get up there.
I'm going to sit down. You mind?
Real speeder. Speedy. Real speedy.
Well, yeah, that's why they called it speaking. Go on in, have a go, man. Beat the fucking things up.
What's yours for?
Why is it all drummers are fucking mad? What's your name, man?
Jason.
Jason. How about a round of applause for Jason? Cheers, man. Yeah. Okay, let's move on now. Oh, I didn't tell. Did I tell you about this old? I did, didn't I? I told you it's a 13 heavy bell, serious bit of metal. Hey, it's a 602 formula. It's called a 13-inch heavy bell. So I tell you, that little cymbal there, this one probably weighs as much as that 22-inch bell ride, and that's a serious piece of weight. I've got another one for you. Being you're asking all the questions and that, I'll give you one, all right? If the answer to the question, I'll give you a kick in the goonies, you won't forget. I guess you went on it and you won it, didn't you?
Huh?
You went on Jeopardy and won it, didn't you? Huh? They're having that Team Jeopardy next week. Shall we send him up for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, now, if the answer to the question is my cock Robin, that's the answer to the question. What's the question? Hey? Hey? What did you say? You said something, you're laughing. Right, if the answer to the question is my cock Robin, what's the question? No, what's that in my arse, Batman? That's a good one, isn't it? You think of them little birds, you know, cock Robin? Right, okay, now we're going to move on from cymbals and stuff. I guess everybody kind of got anything else to say? Well, you didn't ask me anything you like after a wee while. If you've got something relating to the cymbals, you can ask me then. Any more cymbal questions or anything, yeah?
When's the new album coming out?
Fucking hell, you're always one of them, isn't it? Well, I'll tell you that right now, but we'll get to the Iron Maiden questions and that later at the end of the clinic, can we? So, it's going to come out at the end of April. Right? Well, I don't know, and if I did, I fucking wouldn't tell you.
Yeah.
So I'm not. Don't get pissed off with me, man. I mean, I'm happy. I'm trying to save my life. Yeah, what do you want?
polish it one day, and I totally screwed up the finish.
Oh, yeah, you would. How did you polish it? With bleeding wire wool?
Well, I screwed it up. I did a lot of filthy stuff and got like really dirty. Is there anything I can like send it back and finish restored?
Not really. No, I don't think you can see. They'd have to send it back to Switzerland. It'd probably cost you a lot of money. The only thing I can suggest to you is to. A little point he asked down here about he screwed up a cymbal. He tried to clean it with probably borax or something, right? Bleach.
Boric acid.
No, I'm not trying to make you look. He told you. Well, of course he would. He wants you to go and buy a brand new cymbal off him, don't you? Because you screwed it up. He'll tell you to piss on it. He will. He told me. He says, you know what I tell these kids? He said, I'll tell them to get a bit of wire wool and wire up their cymbals, you know. He said, then I have to come back and buy another one. No, he don't really. I love him a bit. He's great. No, the only thing you can do, really, I suppose, once you've got... See, what happens is when they finish off these cymbals, they put this wax on them. It's a wax finish, really, and they kind of bake it on. And it's very difficult to remove. But as with any cymbal gets older, it gets duller, the colour and the shine wears off. There's not really much you can do about cleaning them to keep them shiny. You can prolong the shine on them, and you know, as I said, as Steve takes care of them, he puts a damp cloth over them. Now, you've gone further than that, and you've got a dark, dirty old cymbal. There's not really much you can do about it. The only thing I can suggest is you buy the Peisty cymbal cleaner and try... Oi, you're a bleeding guitar player. You shut your balls up. I'm telling him he's a drummer, all right? What does he know anyway? Bloody guitar players, I shit 'em. I mean, what would we be? What would they be without drummers, eh? Huh? They'd be one-man king bands, wouldn't they? Now, how many one-man bands do you see with just a guitar player, right? I mean, they got a drum and a cymbal in the back, right? What's he doing here anyway? He come up, he did have a go on the drum, so he's got to be all right, eh? Yeah, right. So, to answer your question, the only thing I think you could do is try the Peisty cymbal cleaner, because that... Eh? What's that?
Starting a fire, mate.
Starting a fire? I'll see you outside, all right? Cunt. Fucking Larry. Hey, that's the sort of by the way, that's the sort of dickhead, right? That when they go to one of our gigs, right, they set fire to the fucking place, and none of us can go back and play there again, right? So when you see that guy outside, kick him in the bollocks, all right? No, that's not on the case. Anybody out there that wants to do that sort of thing, they can piss off right now, all right? And what's he doing back in here now?
He's taking up drums now.
Oh. Well, you keep an eye on him, because if you don't, I will, because I don't like that sort of thing. There's a lot of other people in here that come down here... What's that? Right, now, that's upset me, that has. I'm sorry, you've upset me, pal. That's not nice. OK, let's get on.
Tell a good joke.
All right, here's one more. This bloke, right, he goes out with this girl. And he takes her up Lover's Leap, right, and he gets in the motor, and they're at the front of the car, and all the windows are steamed up. And he's sitting in the front, he says, all right, Lil. He says, hop in the back. She says, no. He says, why? She said, well, I want to sit up front here with you. He says, you silly cow, I'm going to get in the back with you. Go on, hop over the seat. So she gets in the back of the car, and he sits there, and he's got Black next to her, and he's sitting there. OK then, Lil, how about a, you know, fuck. She says, what? He says, you know, how's your father? She says, I'm a good girl, I don't do that sort of thing. She says, you don't. She says, right, I don't. She says, my mum told me not to do that sort of thing. He said, oh, OK. She said, how about a J. Arthur? She said, a what? He said, a J. Arthur rank. She says, is that what I think it is? He says, yeah, you're right. She says, I've never done that either. Does any of you ain't no sure what rhymes with rank? Scary. Right, OK, so you got it, you got a drift. So, I don't want to swear, see, I get docked $5 every time I swear at these clinics. I'll tell you, they do, they dock me the money. So I'm going to be broke tonight. Anyway, so he's sitting there and he says, all right, I've never done that sort of thing. That's a jodrell bank, right? You've got the drift, haven't you? Mm. So she's sitting there and she says, oh, I'll have a go. So he said, well, what hand are you? You left or right-handed? She said, well, I'm right-handed. He went, oh, okay. So he's sitting on the right of her and he drops his pants, drops his underdrawers down to his ankles. He says, right, with your left hand, put your hand in between me. I can't do this. Put your hand between my legs, right like that. So she puts her hand right up here, and he's gone. Fucking hell. He says, now, wiggle your fingers like that. So she's gone. And he's gone. Okay. Got a large, stiff and stout, a big, large pulsing on, right? This is a drum clinic, right? So, great, it's on the drumming. So, he said, what do I do next? He said, well, get hold of your right hand and grab hold of me boy. She says, how? He says, well, you know when you shake a bottle of tomato ketchup? She says, yeah, do that. So she goes... Do you like that? It was funny, wasn't it? Killer. I was out the other day, I went driving down, I was on the way here. I come out the hotel with John, we're going down the road, in police car, all the fucking lights. I thought, here, it's bleeding Dave Lights back, you know. Put copper pulls us up, he says, oi, do you know you were doing 75 miles an hour? I said, that's Kim, impossible, we've only been out 5 minutes. I'm going to play some more for you, right? And, all right, then I'm going to just play and dick around, as I usually do. I'm going to get Geezer Gad up. We're going to play a little bit of something for you, and I'm just going to bash shit out of anything that I find. So, you lot better watch out down front. So, I'll get to it. I've got another bag for you, no, I ain't. I'll figure one on the way. Right then. I'll show you this little thing I nicked off of Billy Cobham later, but I won't do it for you right now. What did you do to my bass drum? Where is he? God damn, things all twisted, bent, twisted and grooved. Sorry. Right then. Where am I going over? I'm going over there, right? I'm going to try and hit that thing over there. Right, a couple of bits in that. Right. Got to think of what way round it. That's it. Here we go then. is Sue. Steve Gatt. Well, that's enough. Seen up with that? I'll survive that then. I'll just stand and have a drink of that water. Okay, what we just did was make a load of noise. Good fun that is, I'll tell you. Ain't that percussion rack something else? Did you like that? Yeah, it's a pretty serious set. I like the old pizza cutter here. It's a perler, isn't it?
It's great.
Ain't that sweet? Oh, I'll tell you, that's some serious sound, isn't it? What do you think then? Do you like that? 2,000... Oh, no. Uh-oh. Well, definitely ain't getting no money, but $2,000 list price for something like that. We just banged it in here so we sort of get from one kit to the other and entertain you on the way, sort of thing. I just enjoy bashing the shit out of that thing as well. It's really fun. Now, what you heard there, as you're obviously aware, was this drum kit. I played first. Steve played the Performer Series Sonar over here. This is the bottom line that you can buy. This is the top line you can buy from Sonar. I'll talk a little bit about them in a minute. Via the old percussion rack, which I've told you about. You've heard it for yourselves. You know pretty much what's going on over there. Before I go on to some questions, just a word about these drums here. and the cymbals. You've heard the cymbal set up in this one over here. Over here, as I said earlier, is a performer sonar series. 1,000 roots, and those 4 out. How about those hi-hats? What do you think about those sounds over here? I didn't really play a great deal on it, but what did you think of the sounds?
Real good.
Did you like it? I mean, now this is the lower end of the market stuff here we're talking about, you know. Yeah, I'll get on to them in a minute. That's the size drum kit I had when I first started, but I bought a George Hayman drum kit, my very first drum kit I actually bought for myself. And if I had to go over it all again, and believe me, I wouldn't change a so the only day I'd change was working with Pat Travers. Yeah. No, I would change working with him. He's a fucking arsehole. Yeah, really. Don't care about you lot if you like him. That's up to you. It's your problem. But anyway, enough said about him. Because even if he was on fire walking down the street, I wouldn't even fucking piss on him. Stole my fucking drum kit. He fucking stole it. That ain't no word of a lie either, that bastard. I'll never fucking forgive him for that. Only person in the whole of my career, which is spanning nearly 14, 15 years professional now, right? I'll never speak to him ever again. So, now you all know. Now, this drum kit here, I would buy it if I was starting off again. Look at that, look at the fucking state I'm getting myself in here. This drum kit here is a 6-ply birchwood, sorry, I'll say that again. It's a beechwood. This is a birch. This is a 12-ply birch shell, 6mm thick. That's why they call it a sonar light. But a word about this first, and I'll get on to these, because these ones don't really want to know about. But yes, you sure you do. So this drum kit here is a 6-ply beech shell. Now they do another series which is called an international kit. Well, forget it. All right, because these are made in Taiwan. The only thing about them that are sonar are the nut boxes. And maybe 1 or 2 little fittings. They're a real cheapo kit. Not worth it. Right, now if you were going to start off and you want to kit something like this, this would retail you a list value rather, as an approved sonar dealer, for about $19.95. That's as you see it. Less cymbals, right? Now, yeah, you get stands. You just got to buy your own cymbals. That's an 8-lug Panther snare drum. Whereas the most sort of professional snare drums are 10 lugs. I'll get onto my bronze shell drum in a minute. That's 12, and we'll talk about that in a sec. Now, these are 400 series hi-hats, which I suppose if you went to see John, he'd sell them to you somewhere around the figure of maybe 140 bucks, something like that. But as you're here tonight and he's in a generous mood, he might give them away. He just grew hair. He's sprouted so no one can recognise him, right? No, they're really, all these cymbals up here, around, I can't really be precise because I only found out about this tonight. I've been talking about them and I never really knew how much they were charging for them. But I mean, Johnny does really good deals, I know. Resurrection Drum Company, fantastic, so you can't go wrong there. But these are around about between $130 and $150, 160 max. That's a 20-inch and an 18-inch 1,000. So, say for around 2,400, you'd have a serious little drum kit. That comes with a sonar pedal. It doesn't come with a Ludwig. But these drums, I mean, I would thoroughly recommend anybody who wants to get older. Anybody in here thinking about buying drums and starting off? Or you've all got a kit? Yeah, you over there. Well, see the old man when you go home. Right, and go, Dad, I'll clean the car for the rest of my fucking life. Buy one of them. No, they're really good drums. What did you think of the sound? Did you like them? I mean, they're not mic'd up in here or anything. What did you think of them?
Excellent.
Yeah? It's a good sound, eh? Especially the snare drum. You can't go wrong with that. Professional drum kit, do anything you like. They stand up for years. Sonar hardware, you know. You can't beat it. You again. What size feet have you got? 9.5. Okay, I thought so. Right, we've got over here a Signature Light series, which is a brand new line of drums that they're introducing to the States. They've been manufacturing them now for about a year in Germany. These are what they call an Impala lacquer finish. And I'll have you know, this lacquer finish is the Mercedes-Benz paint. Now, I ain't kidding you. Sonar done a deal with them. They got all this paint off them, and it's what they spray them with. So you got the Mercedes-Benz of drums there. In fact, that very colour is Mr. Horst Link, who's put his signature. This is why they're called the Signature Series, in case anybody didn't know. Mr. Horst Link is the president of the company, and he designed this drum kit. So he put his signature. This is why they're called a signature series on each of the drums. You won't find them on any other Sonor drum kit but the signature series. Fucking obvious, isn't it? So, right, moving round here at the back, I've got a Sonor HLD 590 series snare drum. Do you want the good news or the bad news? Well, the bad news is the drums cost $10,000. I ain't kidding. I'll tell you, they're 6-ply birch wood, right? And they're very thin, and they've got a bubinga finish in the shell.
Yeah, they're reversible too, right?
Yeah, very funny. Give that man a biscuit. Yeah, that's great. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Somebody ought to do that, make a reversible fucking drum. What's going on over there? You know, mother's meeting. Right. Now, the snare drum, you can buy it. Now, this drum, have you all had a sort of fair look at this? I ain't going to hold it up, because I've got a single hernia from trying to lift this bastard thing up. I ain't going for a double, right? This is a solid bronze shelled snare drum. It's an 8-inch deep, solid bronze shell. It's 12 lugs, pressed rims. It's a serious drum. I mean, it's really more for a serious jazz drummer would love this drum. I mean, it's not. I'm not really sure, to be very honest, whether I like it or it's going to suit the band, because I can't get a lot of depth out of it because it's so deep, and it is heavy metal, but it is literally heavy metal. It doesn't really. I'm not sure about it, but they presented me with this drum for my outstanding dedication to the drum company, which I'm very proud of. But you can buy one of those from, again, your approved Sonor dealer for $2,000. You can buy two if you like. Well, I'm glad they gave it to me. That's all I can say about that. There's only one drum like that in the world, and that's got a special plate that they engraved for me on it, which I'm very proud of, and I'm glad I could bring it over for you to see as well. You can buy them. They're really, you've got to be dedicated to them to buy one, I guess. They are serious drums, though. So here you go. Now, this is all signature series hardware around this drum kit. The drums at that price are just the drums and a couple of stands. You wouldn't be able to buy all these stands with it, I don't think. They come extra, because I use a lot, as you can tell. There's like 10 cymbal stands plus, 10. And anyway, that's the drums. Anybody got any questions relating to what I've just told you? Yes, sir.
You didn't use light shells on the last tour, did
No, I was. All the drums that I've used on with Iron Maiden have been Sonophonic, which have been 9-ply birch. Sorry, 9-ply. I keep thinking of birch because these are birch. 9-ply beech shells, beech wood. The signature series, which aren't lights, are 12-ply beech. So, and these are 6-ply beech. So they got this line, the Sonophonic, which are 9, and then the signatures, which are, and also they do have a light series, which is 6-ply, instead of which is like these, but then they're half the thickness of the shell again. So they're very thin shell.
I've seen you the last 2 years in a row, last 2 times you've been down here, and I know that you played the concert toms for a long, long time. I was wondering why you switched. I thought they sounded better than the toms last time you were down here.
You heard my black kit last year?
Yeah, with the black rims.
Yeah, well, that was all black art. That was another unique drum kit, which I mean, I'm really proud to have this relationship with the drum company. They made me this. They do a finish called a high-tech finish, which maybe some of you have seen, and it's all the hardware is black, but it's not actually black chrome. But I had a word with them. I took £5 a leg ginger with me at the time, and I said to them, "Can you make me a drum kit?" And they just go, "I'll make him a fucking drum kit, or I'll break a leg." No, and they did this drum kit in chrome. So that black kit you saw, and that was a twin-headed. That was a standard Sonophonic square-size kit. The only thing that you can't buy in the shops was a 6-inch shell, because that was customed for me. And getting on to sizes, that's right. I mean, I've changed, because when I first played this kit at the factory last year, this particular kind of this setup, I really enjoyed the sound. They had different heads on. I'll get to the heads in a minute, but I'm not too happy with these drum heads I'm using. But I'm going to be using a black, what they call a graphite lacquer finish, which is a dark grey, almost black. It's a serious drum kit. Same little white things around the nut boxes as I had on the other drum kit. Do you remember that? Normal chrome stands, but I'm going to have the whole lot, you know, my normal setup. But you can buy these drums in square sizes, the same as what I have, from 8 upwards, from an 8-inch drum. You'd have to get a 6-inch custom made if you want a 6-inch. Yeah.
Do you keep your drum heads tight or loose?
Come and have a go, see for yourself. Right, what's your name?
Derek.
Derek's going to play for us. Yo! Yeah, serious bit. That's coming, man. Boy, it's good, isn't it? Yeah. You can have them, man. That was good. Not quite right with the Where Eagles Dare intro. I'll show you what it is. Oh, did you hear that? You hear what he said? Go and sit down again. Get over there, bleeding tosspot. He's got a bleeding double bass drum kit, he has. What do you think of that? No, not that. You sit down over there. Get your ass off there. Bloody cheap. He said, oh, I'll play with 2 bass drums. He gets up on market and look what he does. Where Eagles Dare. It's pretty straightforward. I'll play it slow. I tried to do this the other night. Couldn't do it. look at this.
Radio Shack,
So basically, I don't know, for you boffins out there who read dots, I guess it's a little flam. So it's like... That's all it is.
Do it faster.
It's nothing more... Wow, that snare's ringing a bit, isn't it? So there you go. Does anybody want to try it? Still ain't got a grip with this old snare drum, but anyway.
Tightening it, take the ring out.
No, I'm just trying it to make it sound better. Oh, there you go. I've got my microphone back now. So, anyway, that's a bit about now. I did forget to tell you what I was going to tell you earlier on, which is a little bit about, we've covered the warranty on these cymbals, right? But I'd like to tell you something about a bit of care for them. You guys go out and buy your cymbals, and as you all know, they ain't cheap, right? I mean, they're pretty expensive. So, you've got to take care of them. Now, a couple of tips on my, from my point of view, is the way I play these cymbals, if you notice, they're at an angle. They're not dead horizontal. A lot of you guys probably play them horizontal, like Tommy Aldrich plays them horizontal, but he sits them low. So when he hits the cymbal, if you imagine, I can't do this and hold the mic, but if it's flat and I'll play with my cymbals high, right? The actual impact of the drum. How many of you already know this? What I'm going to say here? Well, I'll better say it and then you can tell me. So when you hit it and it's flat like that, the old cymbal will hit at a 90-degree angle to the edge. Well, the impact goes like that, straight through the cymbal. And it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. You still hear it, it'll still crash, and you still go, wow, right? Phew, you know, you can still hear it, right? But the thing is, it don't do the cymbal any good. Because what is happening is the impact and the inertia of the force of the stick going on the cymbal goes right through the middle, goes right to the centre, and pops right back at it. And it doesn't really do the job it's supposed to do. So the stick should hit the cymbal at an angle. Any old fucking angle to do, as long as it ain't 90 degrees. If we're farting a fat, look at the state of that, look. You hit it like that. Right? You do a green great chunk comes out your drumstick, look at that. So not only do you damage your fucking cymbals, you go through about 18 pairs of drumsticks a night. So, saves your sticks, saves wind, but it saves the adverse stress going through the cymbal. It's not manufactured for that sort of hitting. So a word is, if you've got these cymbals up straight or horizontal like that, think about it, because you might end up cracking a few. The other thing is, on the warranty, oh no, I'll tell you something, right, when you pick a cymbal off the stand, how many of you guys playing bands in here? But a fair few of you, right? So you're going into clubs and tearing your drums down, you've got power. How many people are still in the garage? Yeah, a few. No, there's nothing to be worried about. Everyone's got to rehearse, right, you guys? So what happens when the old lady comes home and she says, here, John, get your drum kit out of the garage. The old man wants to put the car away for a change. So you say, OK, Mum, I'll get it out. So you phone your pal and you go, the old man's coming. Where's the bleeding garage? I want my car in there. So you try and get you up. So your mate picks up the cymbals up the stand for you. You're all dicking around, taking the snare drum down and all that bit and pieces. And he stacks up all these cymbals one on top of the other, and they're on top of something. And he puts them in his hand, and he puts them on the floor. He's just... Right, and he goes like that. Right. He's got maybe a 20-inch, an 18, a 16, and two 14s, and they go on the floor. And it's a concrete floor. And you think, oh, man, what do you do that for, right? No, what's going on over there, right? Big deal, nothing, right? 2 months down the road, your cymbal cracks. I'll tell you why, because what happens is, it gets a flat on it. Not maybe very big, I mean, it don't have to be dropped eyes, right? If it's a hard concrete floor, you can flatten your cymbal and it may be crack. It might not all the time, but it does happen. And another thing is, for you guys that are on stage and you've got to get out, or there's another band that wants to get their gear on, you get somebody to move your stands for you, or maybe you do it yourself, and what happens is you go like that. Right, but I mean harder. You know, somebody picks 2 stands up, like this. Yeah. Forgot these are signature series, ain't they? These are heavy pieces. So you bang the cymbals on the stand against one another, and that puts a flat on them. And sometimes it will cause the cymbal to crack. You can. What you do is, the way you do it is you just run your finger around the edge of the cymbal. It's like if you're playing and you want to know where your cymbal's crack. You think, yeah, there's something wrong with that. Just turn it, and you put your finger and you feel a click. Well, that can happen, and it can set a flat up. You know, I mean, it's very easy to do on the very extreme edge of the cymbal, so you really have to take care. And also, when you pack them, Rob, where's the what I asked you for last night? He's fired. That's all I can say. He's fired. What do you think? I mean, he ain't got the stuff here to show you, and I've got to stand here like a spread prick at a wedding. Well, I'll tell you what they are. When you guys have cymbal cases and all that, you got all cases for your gear? No. Well, you've got to be extra special careful then, right? So, a word of advice with you ain't got things. When you stack your cymbals up, lay them flat. Put the biggest one on the floor, or on the bottom, and the smaller ones work them up. But don't tip them up on the side, because they all go zing, 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 and it can damage them. It's just a word of advice. It's worthwhile to look after them, even if they ain't pasty. I'll tell you, any old cymbal you should look after like that. I think I covered my arse on that one, because I was supposed to tell you about that ages ago. You over there.
Okay, when you're playing live, you have your cymbals kind of set up so if you hit them, they might hit each other.
Ah, good point. Well, like that. Yeah. Now, that is, you see, the problem there is I play with these 3 main cymbals high, and these 2 this one's a bit low. But the thing is, when you're actually playing with a cymbal, you won't damage them when they rub one another like this. Because if you did that, you'd be going through hi-hats every 2 gigs, right? I mean, you know, no problem. The only problem when you can, obviously, if this was right up here, real close, and every time I crashed the damn thing, I mean, it did this all the time, and they rubbed. It would then start to mark the cymbal, it would wear, and then maybe it would eventually crack, because it's always the same way. How many people have seen cymbals? Oh, how many of you guys use stands that don't have plastic tops on to protect the cymbals? You do. Well, that's news. That's bad news, because you're going to get what they call a keyhole in the cymbal. Yeah. Right now, say you bought a brand new cymbal tomorrow, and you went out and played for 3 months, and you got a keyhole in it, and it cracked, or it fell off the bell, or maybe, and you mustn't have this. Your crash cymbals have got to be free to ride. Okay. Your ride cymbals. See this one? There's hardly any movement on that. Right. The ride cymbals are all right because you don't crash them. You're not supposed to, I sometimes do, but you don't crash ride cymbals. You ride, that's what the damn cymbal's for, right? So, behave yourself and listen to you. You're not supposed to anyway, some people do. But if you want to use a ride cymbal for a crash, use it. If it's a rude, then you can get away with it. But if you have it too tight like that and you crash the damn thing, it's sooner or later going to crack on you. If it's loose, you can hit them. Yeah, because then the cymbal's doing its work. It's, you know, like this is a crash ride, and I actually was riding it and crashing it. So it had a lot of movement. But if you have it too tight, what happens is it flattens the bell, puts an adverse stress in the cymbal, and sooner or later it'll pop on you. It'll either come off the bell or it'll crack in multiple places. So there's quite a few things I covered on that, but you don't have them tight. So to answer your question, when they're rubbing, there's not a lot of damage going on, and sometimes they don't actually quite hit one another. Usually they do when you hit double-handed, you know, two at the same time, you know, and the old bird's eyes and all that sort of thing. So, oh yeah, here he is. They fucking weird, these people. Drum people, their talk's weird. They call this a fucking donut. Don't even look like a fucking donut, does it? Eh? I mean, it looks like a hat. I mean, you know, these girls, they could go around and wear this fucking thing with a flower in it, you know, and get away with it. Well, they call that a donut. Now, if you've got a case, it's jam. I'll lick your lollipop. There's a these are just like mats, I suppose. And what they do is you put one on top. You put your first cymbal in the case, put that on top, and what that does, it protects the cymbal. Like what I was saying to you, if you, sooner or later it would mark it. Now, cymbals in transit, with them all being lifted out of the truck and all this business, they tend to shake and the bells rub on the underneath of the cymbal that's on top of it, etc. And it marks the cymbals, and it can wear and tear your cymbal and not make it very well. So they're worth. I've done it. How much do these things cost? $5. $5? Well, I'll tell you what, it's money well spent if you want to look after your cymbals. But first of all, you need a case. You've got to have a case for your cymbals, or you've got no chance, because they're sooner or later going to get dinged and pranged, and somebody's going to drop one. And another thing, if you stand on one, it'll pop inside out, and Peisty will not exchange cymbals that have been abused. Just a word to let you know on the warranty, okay? Anybody got any more questions? What's time? Okay, we're going to sort of wind up here shortly, and yeah, anybody got any questions? Anything you like now, I guess? Yeah.
Any tips for live playing?
Oh yeah, I suppose I should talk about that, yeah. Tips for live playing. Well, yeah, you've got to be able to hear the band. That's main, well, for me, I mean, you've got to be able to hear the bass player. It's most important in your band. I mean, a lot of you guys playing in clubs, and I'm sure you experience the problem of not having enough monitor foldback and you play too loud. Yeah, it happens. But always try and hear your bass player. Forget the singer, you don't need to hear him. Maybe a little nat's a guitar. So if you've got the privilege of being able to have a monitor, don't flood your drum kit through it. All right? I know it's all very nice to hear your own drum kit and that, but don't put too much of your drum in, because you ain't going to hear anything else. And you've got to be able to hear the rest of the guys. I usually have in my monitor system, I just have a bit of snare drum and kick. Okay? Because the tom-toms and the drum kit is loud enough behind it, really. So I'll just have the snare and bass drum. Steve Harris, obviously, I have him the loudest, yeah. Super Fingers Harry. I mean, this guy plays so fast, it's unbelievable, isn't it? And I have a bit of the guitars, but only a nats. Usually I just have me and Steve. And I don't give a damn about Bruce. He can go off wallowing about what he likes. So I usually says, well, hello, Nick. I'm dicking around with a drum kit, and he's talking to me, you know. And Geezer's gone, well, Bruce is talking to you. What do you want? You know, just stand, what do you want? Leave me alone. You know, he's all right. No, but it's very important to hear the bass player, primarily, and a little bit of yourself. But some people I know just tend to flood the bass drum and the tom-toms and cymbals and everything, forget the rest. Yes? May I have a drumstick? Yeah.
Give the other one over here.
Well, you can have one. I can only give one away. I'll tell you now. This geezer who makes these drumsticks in London for me, he said he sent us 200. He's a fucking liar. He sent me 100 pairs, right? And I've got like how many clinics left? Another 14. I've got another 13 shows, and I've only got like how many pairs left? I've got 4 pairs left per gig. See, so I can't really go. I've already given up too many away now. So, does that answer your question, right? Yeah, I guess. How do I muffle it? Just well, not again. I had some gaffer tape on the top of that head. There's a couple of strips on this one. All it is it takes the top ring out. So it's a little bit of gaffer tape. It's pretty flat, isn't it? Usually what I do is I tune it up like I like to hear it, and then I just put 2 pieces of tape on in a V, and they're about ½ an inch wide. If you want to care, have a look at that. It'll give it words about 1 inch wide, and it just takes the top ring out of the snare. That's the same as I do in the studio, and I find that adequate. Don't need to put dusters and things on them. Yeah, at the back.
On the average, how much do you make a tour?
What the fucking hell's that to you?
More than you think.
I make about $25 a gig.
25,000, you mean?
A minute. Yeah, I'll have fun with you. You ain't going to ask a stupid question like that, are you?
No. I was gonna ask you something like on 2 Minutes to Midnight, that song, right?
Yeah.
Okay, at the end of the second solo, there's a China riff that you do, and you actually use that as the ride, basically. And I was wondering if you could demonstrate anything like that, something with that you'd use with the China like that.
Blimey, I'll have to get round now. Let me think about it. All right? 'Cause, I get stuck like this because I can't remember the beginning songs. You see, it's been so long since we all played together, and yeah, I'll get around to that in a minute. 2 minutes to midnight. Hey? Oh, I'll get round to that in a minute. I'll get round to that in a minute, all right? Well, you can all remind me about it when I come to it. You, sir. My favourite Maiden album? Blimey, they're all my favourites, really. I guess the last one. Somewhere in Time, yeah.
That is a great album.
It is, isn't it? And a new one, actually. The new one's a pretty good one. Couple of very interesting little bits and pieces. Super Fingers Harris laid an 11/8 section on me in one of the songs. And he says, "Yeah, you got it, ain't you?" I says, "Yeah, let me have a go." Took me about 1.5 hours to 2 hours to work it out. He ain't got no fucking patience, he ain't. Any of you guys out there who write songs for the band, give it a break. You know it. You've written it. Right, when some poor dick's trying to learn it and you get real impatient. I've played it once, right, and I got it wrong. He's gone, "Oh, man. Nick, it's this." And he went, what was that? Oh, I'll tell you, I'll play it for you. It's a really, and he's playing it and he's humming it, and then he played it on the bass. And I'll play it for you. It's very easy, things like that, once you know how to do them. But learning the goddamn thing is another problem, right? He lost his temper with me. Yeah.
I got 2 questions. Is there a difference between your setup in the studio and live?
No, the only thing that's different is I use sound edge cymbals in the studio.
And what do you use live?
602 extra heavies.
So like the whole setup like
Exactly what you see up here. Well, these are 3000 series, but 2002s normally. But exactly that, but sound edge 14-inch hi-hats, 2002s.
You ever experimented or played on a double kick set at all?
No. I've sat with a double pedal on a drum kit in a Sona warehouse in the factory, but I dicked around with it and found I quite enjoyed a couple of the sounds. Some of the sort of quadruplets sounded pretty good, and I thought, oh, that's handy. And it was pretty easy to do, really. I was quite surprised, but I don't have the thing is, my left foot, although I play a lot of hi-hat, open hi-hat and kicking the hi-hat and all that stuff, it's just not anywhere near as powerful as my right foot. Yeah, it's still working, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, and I sit, well, you know, look, I mean, I'll stand up and do it. I'll stand up and hit the bass drum. No, I'll sit down and sing, right? And I try and do that with it, and it just don't work. It's not, you say, oh, well, never mind. No, I just can't work. It doesn't have the same power. I mean, that's probably what you have to rehearse to get the power out, I guess. Up the back, sir. Chips on tuning. Well, yeah, I mean, what I do is I take the top heads off, I tune the bottom heads up to what I like to hear, similar to the tone that I want to hear the drum make. Then I put the top head back on and tune the top head up. I tune the bottom head to what I want to hear the drum sound like. So basically, I take it off and tune it almost as though it's a concert tom. Turn it upside down, put the top head on, and then tune the top head up. It seems to work for me sometimes. Anybody else?
In the tape, Wasted Years, was that you talking in there when they were playing Sheriff of Huddersfield?
No, Bruce did that. Yeah. Oh, let me introduce myself. My name's Rodney. And I'm immensely fierce and strong. I can lift 5 nappies on the end of the shovel. Yeah, that was Bruce. I'd try and take him off, but yeah. He did that ad-libbed. He did that in the studio in one take. It was brilliant. It was just a laugh out of our manager, because he's from Huddersfield, and he moved to LA, and he's an LAite, light. I'm having a J. Arthur actually, but oh, that's just so crazy. Because doing videos, man. I mean, you guys are going to go, oh yeah, listen to him, but they really do get boring. And you hang around the studio, and some twat behind the camera's going, oh, if you got to do this again, it's not good. So you're going, oh, he forgot to put film in the bling camera or something, you know. And you've just done a great pose, and you've thrown a shape, or you know, you've done a drum fill where it's supposed to be, and it's all wrong, you know. Oh, it's a pain in the butt, it really is. Yeah.
Where did you shoot the video for Stranger in a Strange Land? Over in England, but where?
Yeah, it was done in Sheffield. Sheffield. It was done before a show. No, it was done after the show. We did a show, and we had the crew down there, and we taped it, some of it during the show. In fact, if you notice the very end, does anybody notice the very end of the live version of Stranger in a Strange Land? Have you?
Well,
do you notice the very end?
I know of a.
When all the eddies come up.
Yeah.
Well, what did that come up on live? Oh, Maiden, right. Nobody noticed it, did they? Oh, well, I could have. Now, when we see the competition in the fan club, you'll be able to answer that one. Yes, sir.
When you record in the studio, do you play separately, like certain parts of the drums, and then come back and dub in other?
No, never at all. The only thing I did do was where I missed a couple of cymbal accents on the Peace of Mind tour. I had to go in and just set cymbals up and play them because I missed these two actual accents that were supposed to be there, and I didn't hit the cymbal. But no, I never overdub. It's the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, who is Caldwell? The guy that sang.
Dave Caldwell. He wrote. What's that bloody song we covered of his? Not Reach Out. It was. It was Reach Out, was it? Did Dave write that? I thought Little Andy wrote that. Well, Dave Caldwell is an old friend of Adrian's. He used to play in a band called Urchin. And, we did a little project called The Entire Population of Hackney, which was me, Dave Caldwell, a guy called Andy Barnett, a friend of mine on bass, and we just had a great time. And we decided to do, when we were stuck for B-sides, Steve came and saw the band at the Marquee in London, and he said, blimey, let's do that song. And it was what Dave had written, so that's why we came to cover it, because it was pretty. Adrian sang that, I think. Was that? That was the one he sang, wasn't it? That Girl was the one Andy wrote. Andy Barnett wrote. Do you remember there was a B-side called That Girl? Do you hear that? Well, this same guy that was in the band, this other guy, Andy Barnett wrote that. Anybody else?
I still want to know what's going on at Mission Mary.
Oh yeah, he asked that question. He's still here. Right, well, I'm going to have to wind this up in a minute. I'll probably play a little bit before I go. But Mission for Mary was recorded in Allentown, Pennsylvania. They started a fucking argument, these two. So what happened was I was on stage doing a drum solo on a Peace of Mind tour, and Steve's bass guitar, he had a transmitter and the actual battery pack went down on it. So he's dicking around with his bass tech, trying to get it working. And he said to this wimp that was at the back of the stage, just sitting there, he'd been to the dentist, and his face was out here. Sitting there feeling like fucking sorry for himself. So what's he do? Harry gives him a message to come up and tell me to extend the drum solo, right? It's because he ain't got his bass working. So I'm giving it fucking everything I got, right? Head down. All of a sudden, I get this jab in the back. What do you want? And my drum riser's 10 foot by 10 foot, and there was about 4 feet behind it. So he's standing there going, yeah, I'm fucking playing it. What? I'm doing a solo in front of like 15,000 people. Right? What? He's going to live there. Standing the drumsticks down, turned around and I just said, fuck off! got back onto the drum kit and did the solo. Right? So I doubled the fucking solo, basically. So what happened was I did a longer solo. So Harry was happy. He's gone on stage, everything's hunky-dory. I thought, anyway, we get in the dressing room and I've gone, here. Sorry about the solo, lads. I had to do a longer one. I said, some fucking bastard Paul, he come at the back of me, he made me fuck. Harry's gone, I sent him. I said, you what? I sent him, you better apologise. I said, I fucking well ain't. I said, that fucking geezer come up, he made me fuck. I said, what's the idea of sending him coming out to have a word with me? What's the matter with my drum tech? This was before Geezer Gad, see? And this bloke was a dummy anyway. I'll come to you in a minute. So, that's how it started, see? So Bruce comes in. We finished the argument. He's gone, supposing the fucking light truss fell down or something like that. I suppose, and you know, he's coming up to tell you, and you give him a hard time. I go, no, don't you fucking start. So we've had an argument started again, right? So me and Steve have gone on, and we got back into the argument about this same geezer. And I ain't going to apologise. I said, I ain't getting apologising to. I don't give a fucking toss whether he's had 4 teeth out or 3 teeth. He shouldn't have. He made me fuck. Now, I don't care. That's 25 bucks I owe you now. So anyway, so he's recording it. But now he's seen the old machine and he's gone, here, so I'm recording this. So we had a fight and we got the tape out and that was it. So when we heard it about a year later, when we were recording Power Slave, we couldn't stop laughing at it. It was hilarious. And it's nice to look back on something like that after a serious argument. It's the only serious argument I've ever had in the band, right, which is way back. And we just laughed. So Steve said, here, let's put it out on a B-side. So Rodney got aware of it. No, you bloody doing that. No, bloody 32 fucks in it. God knows how many boos and all that. You know, he says, you can't put something out like that. It's swearing all the time. We said, well, it's an argument, isn't it? So we had a word with EMI and we actually got it done behind his back. So that's how that came about. It was such a blag and we thought our fans have got to hear this because they'll have a good laugh. Yes, sir.
What kind of microphones do you use in the drums?
Okay, nice point. Yeah, I should have mentioned this earlier on. Over the top, 2, I don't know the actual model, they're Neumanns. They're German microphones. I have 2 over the top. Eh? No, they're not Sennheisers. Not the ones over the top, ain't. No, they're all teeny-weeny pencil marks. They're Neumanns. Oh, I'll bet you anything you like. Right, over the top of the drums, I use SM56s, but they don't make them anymore. And the reason they're a 56 model is they used to clamp onto a stand, the whole thing. Normally, they're like this, and this is a... This is a piece of shit. They usually go into a stand and you've got to put a stand up. These 57s, SM57s we're using now because the damn bastards stopped making them. And so, SM57s over around the toms, snare drum toms, and we use an AKG somebody or the other. I think it's, I'm not sure. You'd have to have a look on one of the photographs. I'm not exactly sure what the bass is. It's an AKG. Was it a D12? That's a sure, isn't it? Well, there you go. I was wrong. So, yeah, mainly Shure microphones all round the drum, except for the 2 overheads. Yeah, you out the back. Yeah, I fucking told you, didn't I? Every bleeding day, someone's asked me to play fucking Rainbow Gold. Do you know what I did? I've got a tape here somewhere. I sent to LA, I phoned them up last night, I said, Federal Express me Rainbow's Gold, and I still ain't had a chance to hear it. I can't remember how it goes. When it's like, who asked me that? Play it. Can you play it? Can anyone here play it? Come on in, get up and play it. He can play it, he'll have a go, then I'll have a go at it. He might drop me memory, have a go at it for me. Well, no, it ain't, so be careful, all right?
Don't trust him.
Well, you know, give us... Oh, yeah! Bloody good, mate. See if I can remember that now. for reminding me. It's something like that, wasn't it? Yeah, straight up. Everybody's asked me to do that. I must. I've got the tape, as I said, so I'll have to learn it again. See, what we did when we recorded that, we just learnt it. It's a friend of ours, a guy called Terry Slessor and Kenny Mountain, wrote it in a band called Beckett. 1971. So we, you know, because we do B-side cover versions. And so we learnt it in a studio, recorded it, and that was it. So I've never played it since, so you must bear with me for not remembering.
Why don't you dig up some of those B-sides and pull them out live?
Well, good point. I mean, people have asked that before. But the thing is, if we do that, we have to scrap. I mean, what do you prefer to hear? Somebody else's song done by us or one of their own? One of your own. Well, there you go. Thank you.
Did you get a music school or college right now?
No. I didn't go to any school, as you probably may gather. Now, look, I think it's about that time. Well, that's not too bad. It's only beginning 10 to 9, isn't it? Yeah, so like a few more questions, I guess. I mean, I haven't got to rush off really quickly. Yes, sir. You, sir.
Well, you don't particularly in love with that 8-inch. When you go back in, what are you going to look for? Because that sounds fine.
Sounds good to you, does it?
Yeah, but what are you going to look for?
Well, you see, what I like to hear is a bottom end in the snare drum. It's a top end response, so like when you rim shot, you get a nice crack. Obviously a very responsive snare, but I like to hear a bottom resonation, the bottom end of the note. This drum, you can't do it with it. Yeah, see, it's 8 inches deep and it's precious bloody metal. I mean, it's fucking bronze, you know? It sounds good though. What do you think of that sound of that drum? Do you like it? Yeah? Well, so to answer your question, see, I haven't put it up on a PA system and through my monitors. And drums do always tend to sound different when you've put a bit of EQ through it and, you know, you've got the proximities away from you or wherever your speaker cabinet is, and so you can get a different sound. And it probably, actually, see, when you sit with your ear hole right next to the skin, it's a totally different sound anyway. So you can never really tell until you mic your drum up what you're going to hear. You get a rough idea. But that's really what I like. So I've probably got it. Yeah. No, I've gone up here. No, I've had a few from you. Who ain't I had? You up there yet?
So you guys tour, who chooses the songs you're going to do and what order, or do you change them as the tour goes on?
No, we always, every tour we do, we set off from the production rehearsals, we sit down, and we all choose what we want, and we say, well, what shall we do? And there's a fucking great argument. I want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. Yes, I want to do that. Oh, well, you ain't fucking going to do that. In the end, it's very democratic and diplomatic. So we usually all choose, and we go, all right, we'll try this set list. So we rehearse it, and we might do what you call a few warm-up shows, which is before you actually main tour, your big headline tour. You go out incognito somewhere, don't announce it, get an audience in, check it out. They're like the guinea pigs. And sometimes you can get a flow to your set, and you've got to start off with a right between the eyeballs. You know, a little intro tape, bang, straight in. This was Where Eagles Dare, and Aces High. They're on the Power Slave tour. And the last one we started with Somewhere in Time. I mean, that's straight in, then it goes up and then you get a lull. There's always going to be a low point somewhere in the show, so it's just where you time it. So it's really important to time the set right. So then we might change it, but we always stick to the running order because we have the production and the lights and that. And if you start chopping songs around, people panic, especially the people doing the effects. And you don't want to panic them, because they're dummies anyway, half of them, and ain't got a clue. So if you stick something in and you change the set around on them, forget it. So that's how it happens.
Yeah, I was curious, because I hosted Somewhere in Time tournaments down here, and I was wondering, how do they work that Eddie, that's
Oh, the old robot Eddie. Well, I used to say to people it was two midgets, you know, on top of one another. But no, that was. We had a tour guide manager called Warren Poppy, and he was 6'3", and he used to stand in it, and it was on stilts about this high, and he'd strap his legs in, and that made him taller, and he'd work him inside with levers that made his arms do all this, and his head would turn. He's great. He's fantastic. Yes. Who said that, eh?
Did he ever fall on the show?
Yeah, oh yeah, that was hilarious. He was like a bleeding beach whale. People had to go on and help him up. Yeah, he fell over. I saw him go one time, and he sort of like went. And one of the legs went up in the air and the arms went out. It was so funny. And he can't get up and his head's going like this. It looks so real, this geezer. Warren is the only man ever alive today that could do Eddie. Really, I think. There's nobody else who could portray him. Yes, you up there. So have I, as it happens. Hey?
What is Eddie's last name?
Eddie Maiden.
Begins with an H.
Eddie.
Oh, I see. Oh, well, yeah. I see. His name's Ed the Ed. He came out, originally it was just a skull at the shows when the band first started. And Dave Light said, what shall we have for Ed the Ed tonight? So it kind of caught on. And I'll tell you the funniest thing we ever saw at one of our gigs in Europe, I think it was Europe, was this banner and it said, give me Ed till I'm dead. Oh, Bruce, you can imagine what he done when he saw that. He was like, oh, he stood over and he got his hand down his pants.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you had something else you wanted to ask.
What was the band that you played in before Iron Maiden?
Trust. It was a band called Trust.
Do you know them? Iron Maiden.
Did we know him? Yeah, well, Trust did a support tour with Iron Maiden in England in 1982. And 81, 82 on their Number of the Beast tour. And, yes, sir.
Did you know Anthrax is planning on doing a cover version of one of your songs?
Yeah, Sanctuary. We went to see him down in, they might be doing something else, but we went to see him, Steve and I, in Munich. A few months before, we were over there making the album in October and November. We went to see him. And they said, you're going to get up and have a jam? And we went, you know, you got to be joking, didn't you? They said, we're going to do Sanctuary. We went, oh, okay, maybe. Well, there was this place was jam, man. People getting up the stage, falling in the fucking audience. I thought, yeah, wouldn't it be funny if everyone in the audience just moved away, you know? That King Geezer wouldn't have he'd have an headache. He'd remember that gig for the rest of his life, wouldn't he? Flat nose. So we went to see him, right? We were at the back of the gig and Harry said, I said, shall we go? Because getting Harry Harris up on the stage, if it ain't his own band, it's like getting water out of a stone. It's near on impossible. So here he is. I said, come on, let's go. He says, well, how are we going to get through? And he had a point, how do we get a stage? There was thousands of people in his room. So we stood up in this balcony and watched them play. He went, Fucking hell. Harry turned around to me, he says, and he had this dead straight face, and he pulled me in and went, Nick. I went, what? He says, I'm never going to accuse you of playing Sanctuary fast again. So I've got carte blanche now. I never get a bollocking for playing it fast. You, sir?
On the Wasted Years cut on Somewhere in Time, there's a lot of detail and a lot of excellent phrasing. Is there anything that inspired that? Because it's a little different than some of the other cuts in the album.
Not that I could say really that inspired it. I mean, Bruce really got that together with Adrian and. No, I can't say there was any inspiration. I mean, you have to. I don't really know how to answer that. I mean, it's down to Bruce to answer it if there was. Not that I know of. It was just crazy, wasted years, you know, a band on it. As you know, we've got a video out called 12 Wasted Years, which is about pretty appropriate. Yeah, the actual. Are you talking about the music side of it or the lyrics or?
The drum.
Well, thank you very much. No, nothing really. I mean, the band give me inspiration when they say, "Yeah, here's a song," and I'm going, "Well, yeah, great." So, thank you very much for that. Yeah, you sir.
Yeah, how long does it take to make one of the Eddies that
Oh,
you use?
blimey! And it takes them about 7 months to get one of them together. See, they have. What we do is when we get the artwork, we immediately tell people the show format, and they'll go out and build it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you were talking about the cymbals being 90 degrees. Does that affect take out on the hi-hat also?
Well, not really, you see, because what's happening on the hi-hat is it's lower. The cymbal is. Did you hear what he said? Right. Now, you see, you're sitting there, and your cymbals are lower, so the sticks kind of come over the top, more or less, and there's going to be at an angle on them anyway. See, if you play like this, you know, something like that. then you're hitting it like that. But because they're that low, I mean, and then maybe your hi-hat's going to be up here. I've seen people play with an hi-hat up there, fucking stupid. But then they look at me and go, what you got your cymbals sticking right up there for? You need oxygen to get at them. So, you know. Is it something I said or what? Well, that's nice, isn't it? Well, I'm going home myself in a minute, so it don't matter. Yeah, so, you know, you're coming over the top. So the only thing is that I advise sometimes is to turn the bottom of my hat so it's got a slight angle and you get more of a nice click sound to it. You know, if it's dead flat, you kind of lose some of the air and it gets trapped rather, doesn't come out like that.
What that new thing that you were gonna do? The 11/8.
Oh. Oh, fucking hell, yeah. No, hold on, you can get away from me. Did you hear what he said? I'll hold it, he says. Oh yeah, it's, the main beat is like this. It's going to be funny for you to hear the beat without the rhythm because the actual notes are there. It goes, ba-da-da. Oh, forget it. It's very strange playing it without the band, you know, because I recorded this in October. Yeah.
The studio, use a lot of click tracks at all?
No click tracks whatsoever. Harry Harris is enough of a click track for me. You pick your, you know, where's it come? You, yeah.
I know it's gonna sound stupid. I've always wanted to try that bass pedal.
Well, come on over and have a go.
Kind of like that Mercedes paint. What?
Yeah. He's going to have a go. What's your name? Joe. Joe's going to have a go on the old drums for you. Yeah, not bad, Joe. Yeah, that's not bad for the old getting up there, having a go. Cheers, Joe. Do you like it? Do you like that old pedal down there? Not bad, was it? Well, look, I guess,
Jam, man.
I guess I should go home in a minute.
One more. One more. China riffs. Okay, the speaking, what do you call it? It's metal, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel? You know, do you feel any difference in strap and chain drive from that?
Well, I tried the DW chain drive pedals. I don't get on with them. I think it's only because I'm more stayed in my ways with the old speaking. So it's like, you know, you get used to something, you like it, so why change it? That's what I say. Yes, sir.
When all the different guys you played with, do they note things? I mean, when they write songs, or is it taped? Most of the stuff taped, and you listen to it. And
What do you mean, the actual getting a song together? What we usually, yeah, going through most of the other people. I mean, even they're all pretty much the same. What I like to do is I sit down with them. Pardon, excuse me. Before we play, I'll sit down and they'll play the song, and you go through it acoustically, sort of thing. You know, or they play quiet, and you just sit there and play on the floor and get a rough idea. Decide on the feel is going to be. Play a bit, and then they say, yeah, that's fine. Get the arrangement in your head. Run a tape. Yeah, it's always great to run a cassette machine. It don't matter about the quality of the sound. you know, and so you've got a reference, because there's 9 times out of 10 you rehearse a song twice or 3 times and somebody goes, "You're doing it wrong." And you go, "No, you're fucking doing it wrong. No, you're fucking doing it wrong. No, I fucking well ain't." And you can have a full-blown argument. How many of you had that? Eh? Yeah, right. So, well, you go, "Why, come over here a minute. Cop a listen." And then you find out you're wrong, you know. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. No, but it's really wise to actually have a tape. So that's basically how all bands I've worked with, we rehearse. Unless somebody's got it all demoed out, then you just learn it like you'd learn it off of an album or something. Yes, sir?
Yeah, you said you were going to show us something you learned from Billy.
Oh, yeah! Yeah, I'll tell you what, there's this little pattern, I see him do this drum clinic a few years ago. He did it with 2 blokes. I can't remember. There was one jazz drummer who was phenomenal. This guy, really young kid, and this other tosser who was from a punk band. He shouldn't have bothered getting out of bed that morning. That's all I can say. He was terrible. And there was 3 of them, and Billy's up there, and he goes, "Right, I'm going to show you this here pattern on brushes," and it was a brush technique. And what he did was he did a 3 beat on the left hand and a 4 on the right, around the toms and the snare. And you add this pattern that comes back on the snare. It's something like this. It goes, hang on, it goes ba-da, 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 something like that. But it comes back into this pattern. I mean, you boys who know notes will probably understand it more than I do. So I developed this, I was using it by sticks. And at the studio, I got on the kit and I just thrashed about one day. But I had my toms up here, and the problem is that I use the snare, the 13-12 on the left hand, but I'm lacking a few drums on this side. The old boys ain't here. So I've got to move it around, and it's a bit difficult, so you'll have to bear with me. It's the sort of thing you want to try and get to go fast, right? But I'm going to keep it really respectively slow, because I can't play it fast. And then what you do with the 4, you change the 4 to a 5. So it goes 3, 4, 3 on the left, 4 on the right. Keeping the 3 on the left, you put 5 on the right. Well, when I did it on my kit, I went 3 left, 4 right, 5 right, 6 right, and moved it around the drum kit. It sounded phenomenal. So if I do a solo this year, I'll feature it and you'll hear what I mean. But I'll show you the basic form. Do you want to hear it? Yeah! Right. Okay. It's a good one to practice, everybody. It's a killer, sorry. It's one of them, it's not a tongue twister, it's up here. It's just... You'll see what I mean. I know I'm going to cock it up. Right. Okay, here's the 3 first of all. It's like that Exorcist, isn't it? You know, the old head goes... The mean machine, marching machine, eh? So, here, that's pretty interesting, isn't it? Yeah. Eh? So you guys can work that out. Next time I see you, you can play it for me. Yeah. Live, I think they did the same as they do in the studio. We had 11 drums, 12, 13 microphones around the drum kit, 2 overheads, 13 mics, and I think what they did is they subgrouped the tom-toms down to 2 channels, stereo mixed the toms. So he got the balance, mixed them onto 2, so I probably took up 2, 3, 4, 5 tracks, which is 1 for the 2 overheads, or maybe 2, so probably 6 tracks. I'm not really sure exactly how many, but it wouldn't have been any more than 6. No, 2 overheads. There's 11 drums, so that's 11 mics, 2 overheads, 12, 13 microphones. Sir.
2 questions. What's your favorite Maiden song, and when will we see you again with Maiden at the Hollywood Sportatorium?
Oh, I don't know about whether we're coming to the Hollywood Sportatorium. We're going to be doing festival tour this year. Big outdoor festivals and all that stuff. Maybe we'll be here, I don't know. They'll let me know in a couple of months. My favourite track, well, they're all pretty good. No, they're all... it's hard. I mean, I think Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner is one of my favourites. Alexander the Great, although we don't play it live. The Duelist, funny enough, I quite enjoyed that when I played that. And to play live as well, definitely Hallowed Be Thy Name. I love that song, that's brilliant. And 22 Acacia Avenue. But there's some, they're all good, really, ain't they? I mean, there ain't really one naff song in the whole of the band, I don't think. So listen, I'm going to have to wind this up now.
You read music?
No, I don't. So look, I've just got to say this. It's been an absolute, furiously my pleasure to be here tonight and play for you all and talk to you, and I'm really fantastic for you to all be here. Thank you. So, I just want to say one thing. I'm going to go and have a shave and a shit. I'll be outside some autographs if you like.
The picture. This is going down the drain, isn't it?
I'm to put the penguin.
The penguin.
No, so we can get a bit of space. Who's Johnny? There you go. All right. They're all quick to shine on these sticks.
Did you take a picture with